version of poverty the government is most focused on is persistent deprivation, which is the hard end of poverty. That is where people really get trapped for life, and we are advancing a program of improving housing options, reducing welfare dependency, and dealing with the most difficult families constructively in a way to give them the opportunity to get into work and realise their aspirations.
Question number 4, Jacqui Dean.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for the Environment and asks what recent announcements has the government made on the classification for drilling for oil and gas in New Zealand's exclusive economic zone?
Honourable Amy Adams.
Mr Speaker, last week I announced that activities involved in exploratory drilling for oil and gas in the exclusive economic zone will be classified as non-notified discretionary under the new EEZ Act regulations. This completes the classifications of all components of the oil and gas extraction process. Operators will now be subject to EPA oversight for each of the 4 stages. Initial seismic surveying and prospecting is monitored as a permitted activity. Then separate discretionary marine consents are required at the exploration stage and any production and decommissioning phases, and as part of that are fully assessed for the actual and potential effects of the activity on the environment and existing interests. For the first time, the environmental impact of the full cycle of the oil and gas process in the EEZ will be overseen and minimised by a robust independent regulator.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jacqui Dean.
To the Minister. How will New Zealanders get to have a say on oil and gas activities occurring in the EEZ?
Honourable Amy Adams.
Mr Speaker, until now, the public has never had the right to have a say on activities taking place in the EEZ, including drilling for oil. Now, before an oil company can make a single dollar of profit, they have to go in front of the people of New Zealand and make their case in a full public process. This is in clear contrast to the period between 2000 and 2008, when 36 wells were drilled in the EEZ, including 4 production wells, with no public comment, no opportunity for submissions. In addition, during the exploration phase, the applicant is now required to have consulted with iwi and affected users, and the EPA has the ability to call for evidence from any parties it determines necessary.
Point of order.
Point of order. Gareth Hughes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I seek leave to table a document. It is available on the MFE website, but it's incredibly difficult to find. So,
just to briefly describe
it's a summary of submissions that found only 4 people out of 22,000 were in favour of no safe deep sea drilling.
If members want to search for that, I'm sure they're capable of finding it. Question number 5. Grant Robertson.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Grant Robertson.
Mr Speaker, I seek leave of the House to hold this question over till Tuesday as an additional question to see if the Minister of Justice bothers to show up.
Leave a sort for this particular question to be held over. Point of order.
Point of order. That is actually the 3rd time that member today has made reference to someone not being here. Yeah. He made a point at the end of that point of order to actually say whether she bothers...
I've heard enough. I move to put the point of order very quickly, but if the member did refer to the absence of any member in this House, that is completely out of order, and it is not to happen again. Now, the member has sought leave for this question to be held over. I'm putting that leave has sought to hold that question over. Is there any objection? There is. Order, Mr Speaker. Point of order, Trevor Mallard.
Mr Speaker, it does go back to the ruling you've made. It's been a long-term ability of members to ask and on occasion be granted the ability to hold over for ministers' questions when they are not available.
Order. I don't need any further assistance. There is no problem with the member seeking leave, but in referring and highlighting the absence of a member from the House, that is out of order. And members can seek leave, but they don't need to highlight the absence. All members, on many occasions, are away from this House when they're on other parliamentary business. That is accepted. Standing orders are quite clear that members must not refer to the absence of a member in this House. Now, the member sought leave, I've put leave. That leave has been denied. That is the end of this matter. And Mr Grant Robertson can proceed with his question.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr
Grant
Speaker.
Robertson.